The most interesting comment I read yesterday was, is it awkward to ask why are we going into a dip? Cryptocurrencies dipped around another 10% yesterday, falling to around 310 to $300 billion of total market cap. And it's kind of remaining that way. And I think that's a really great question to ask because the problem with cryptocurrencies is that the price is so volatile. We get almost these daily fluctuations, either up 10%, down 10%, and the price has been mostly moving sideways for a while. So what exactly is happening and why are we not getting any news for the dip? Well, I think I've been talking about dips for a long time, almost 4 times every month. Bitcoin's literally died like 20 times since I started making videos. I've been trying constantly to say, well, guys, it's not the end of the world. And I have to say this yet again, it's not the end of the world. The prices have been moving very sideways for a long time. And it's getting more than frustrating because obviously we expected a push up in February. We expected another push. Well, maybe it's delayed, maybe it's waiting for a while. And then for the past few months, the news has been extremely sensitive to whatever's happening with regulation. Whether it's the US Senate, the US Congress hearings, maybe even G20, we've had all this time-sensitive and news-sensitive news making a change in the cryptocurrency markets. But I have to say that this is not always the case, and always linking up cryptocurrency prices and news is sometimes a little bit dangerous as well, because that might not be the only factor. Crypto by itself, the background noise level is also extremely volatile, and there are big whales, the big movers on the market, who have enormous control over its value. So right now, yes, we're hurting. We're pretty much not really moving that much for a while, and it just seems like it's gonna be a boring market. I can say one thing, which is the technology itself is moving at a very rapid pace. I was at a gaming conference for the last week, and blockchain is the hottest thing in gaming. We've been constantly discussing how to issue out and how tokenization can change game items forever. Yes, it does take a while for all these changes to come into play. We have even bigger news coming out of Binance. They're going to accept fiat currencies. How cool is that? Now that they can accept fiat and all the other altcoins out there can be more accessible to everyone. There's huge changes coming into play and new technologies really being adopted and changing everything. But it does take a long time, and honestly for us, we're so used to this fast-paced action where a month seems like a year or two. But in actual fact, for programmers to really develop and come out of a product and for it to be taken up by the public, it's going to take months, years, and maybe even decades before it fully gets adopted. So I feel like it's still very early on in our stages, and we're still really based on that speculation, which may or may not be linked to the news. Recently, we've seen this blockchain patent war that may be coming up. China's been coming up with more and more blockchain patents, and do you think that's going to threaten how the whole ecosystem is playing out? Because right now we're based on open source, but we see more and more projects going to closed source, just like Hedera Hashgraph. We've seen a lot of negative comments on that because they chose to, patent their technology, allow people to use it, but not allow people to adapt their technology. And that was a main way for Bitcoin to innovate. Bitcoin was open source, and we have all these other coins and all these alternatives because we're allowed to really build upon that code. So I'd love to hear what you guys think about this future of cryptocurrencies below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Remember to subscribe to this channel by clicking the little subscribe button down below, and check out my Telegram group if you want to come and discuss with us. It'll be an amazing time. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.